Okay, it is 12 p.m., so I'm going to hop right in. Hello, everybody. My name is Hillary. I am your one of your events team coordinators, and I'm going to go through today's webinar based on events registration. So today we're going to go through both SuperWalk and Pedaling for Parkinson's websites. We'll go back and forth between the two so we can see how everything works on both different websites. And we'll go through everything from registration to the tools that are involved on the website as well. So if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat as we go through the webinar. I'll be answering them as I go, and there will be some time at the end for some extra questions as well. So feel free to put them in the chat whenever you'd like, and I will be answering any that I can. And I've got Amy and Scott on the call with me as well if there's anything I might need a little bit of a hand in answering. So we are going to jump right in.
Let's start here. You found your way to the SuperWalk homepage. From here, you're going to want to click one of the register buttons. There's one in the middle of the page and one at the top. You can choose whichever one. Both will lead you to the same place. So we'll start by clicking one of the register buttons to get us started. And then we're going to select our walk. You can select to either be registered as a virtual SuperWalker if you do not have a walk location, or you can register at one of our walk locations above. A virtual SuperWalker is someone who does not have a walk location or does not plan to physically attend the walk, whereas others will register to attend one of their local community walks. So we'll pick a location. We'll start with Ontario, Toronto, for example. So all of the information will be shown here. You'll see the location, the venue, the date, everything will be shown so you know where the event is and when. So there are 3 different ways to register. You can participate as either an individual or you can participate as part of a team. You can join someone else's team or you can become the captain of your own team. For the purpose of this registration, we are going to start off by creating our own team. Okay, we will start the registration of yourself now, so you can either create an account or come back as a returning walker. Returning walkers will simply have to log in. If you do not have your information, please contact us and we will pass that along to you. But for now, we're going to create a new account. Starting off, we will decide our team name. I've chosen Tester Team 1234 for this demonstration purpose. We will then decide a team goal. We suggest $1,000 to start off, but it can be whatever you'd like it to be. You can choose to make it higher or lower, and it can be updated as the SuperWalk campaign goes on. Next, you'll be prompted to choose a password. This would be given to all team members in order to join the team. While not overly necessarily for friend and family teams, it's a great option for those who are joining as a company team and want their employees to join their team. This is the best option for that. Family members can choose to create a password, but it's not necessary. So I'm going to leave it blank and move forward. Now you're going to choose your own fundraising goals. So again, it will give a prompt. We'll start with $250, but you can change that again. So I'm going to leave it at $250 for now. And it can always be changed throughout the SuperWalk campaign. Next, this will ask if you want to make a personal donation. This is a great opportunity for you to show your commitment to your fundraising cause. So you can choose not at this time, you can choose an amount, or you can manually input your own amount. You can also choose to make this an anonymous gift or simply hide the amount of the donation on your public page. This is an option a lot of donors will go through, as well as sometimes they do not want their contribution to be publicly seen. So right now we are going to say not at this time and move forward, and we'll do a donation at another point. And this is the part where you tell us about yourself. So we're going to fill in all of our personal details and contact information here. So I'm going to go through the entire process with you. We are going to go through each step individually. So we'll start first name, silly name. Testy McTesterson is going to be this person's name. We are also going to create a username for logging into our account. So starting here, we will go T McTester, T McT 1234, and there is a 5-character limit there. So TMcT1234, and password, we're just going to make it SuperWalk23. And I'm just going to make up a fake address as well. So Sesame Street, that's where we live. City, because we are part of the Toronto Walk, I'm just going to put in Toronto and Ontario. And the Toronto office is the only postal code I know in Ontario, so I'm going to put that in as the postal code, just for now. Now you're going to add your email address. This is great. This is where all of your participant centers emails will come from. So testymcT@parkinson.ca is going to be the address right now. Put in the phone number. Again, I'm just going to put in the Parkinson Canada phone number. And you can mark your identified gender. You can go pick either female, male, non-binary, or you can just prefer not to respond to that question. It's totally fine. Now we'll go to pick an age category. Age categories range from 0 to 100 or more. So I am 28, so I will pick 26 to 40. I will pick how many years I've been participating in SuperWalk. We'll just say 10 or more. And choose the area of impact that's important to you. I'm going to pick education. There is a section here to add your Twitter username. If you would like us to tag you on Twitter in our posts, go right ahead. Not everyone has Twitter, so feel free to leave that section blank. But if you have it, let us know and we'll tag you. And then we're going to identify the primary reason for participating in SuperWalk. So you will click here, and for the purpose of this, I'm going to say I am a friend or supporter of people living with Parkinson's, and I'm going to say my employer supports the cause because I am an employee of Parkinson Canada. But you can choose anything from you having Parkinson's to a family member having Parkinson's or more. Then we'll go to read through the waiver. This is a liability waiver for all of our events, just saying that you know the risk of an activity and the possibility of contracting COVID-19 as well. It is a group activity, so just read through that and agree to the terms and conditions above. This new section at the bottom is regarding monthly or planned giving information. We are working closely with our philanthropy team, and they just want to know a little bit more about our walkers and if they have any interest in becoming a monthly donor or having a plan for a planned gift later in life. So you can check off these if you have any interest in receiving information about them. But you can also leave them blank and move on to the next step of your registration. Now that that is complete, we see a summary of the registration that we've just completed. It will go over your name and contact information and an overview of the total if you have decided to give a gift. From here, you can either complete your registration or you can choose to register another participant. This is a great opportunity to register your children if they will also be walking, or potentially registering a parent or spouse. So to go through this, we will just show you how that works, and you can complete registration for another participant before completing the registration process. So now you've got to choose the fundraising goal for your other participant. Again, it's going to suggest $250. I'm going to leave it as is for now. And you'll go through all of the same information. As you can see, it will pre-populate the address, assuming that the other participant that you're registering lives with you. So for this, we are going to say I'm registering my son, Tom McTesterson, and the address is going to stay the same because he lives with me. There is an option for email here. It does need to be filled in. If the person you're registering does not have an email address, you can put your own in again, but that just means you'll get all of the emails multiple times. So preferably try and have an email address for the person that you will be registering. For this, I am going to say my son has his own email address. So Tom McTester at parkinson.ca. And again, lives with me, so he has the same phone number as me. And Tom identifies as male. So as I said, Tom is my son, but I'm going to say he's 12 to 17, which explains why he has his own email address. He's been participating for 4 years, and research is important to him. And we will identify his primary reason for participating, again, as being a friend or supporter, and he just wants to support the cause with his parents. Once again, there is a waiver. Participants under 18 have to have this acknowledged by a parent or guardian, so this is a great time to do this. Again, you will have to agree with the terms and conditions, and this monthly giving section is there again. So we'll move on. So we've got a full registration summary of both registrations, and we are going to click complete. And you're finished. So it will give you a summary if you have made transactions, made donations through one of the registrations that you've completed. And if you did not complete a transaction, it gives you another option to make your donation at the end there. And that's it, you're registered. And now we'll move on to pedaling. The Pedaling for Parkinson's website is very similar to the SuperWalk website, and the registration process is similar as well. So for today, I am going to go forward with showing you how to register as a returning participant, and we are going to do that using the Pedaling website. So we're going to click register. Instead of a drop-down menu, there are options. So we are going to go the distance and click on register as an individual instead of a team this time. So using our SuperWalk registration information, we're actually going to sign in. So tester 1234, and we'll put our password in. And this works whether you've registered for SuperWalk or pedaling before. So immediately it pulls up your name, and like SuperWalk, it will prompt you to create a goal. There is a $250 minimum fundraising amount, so you can start with that as your goal, or you can make it a little higher. For this, we have 500. That's our current goal. Again, you will be prompted to make a personal donation. We are going to say not at this time, like before, and move on to the next step. So because we are returning, much of the information in the registration is already pre-populated. So we do not have to re-enter name, address, phone number, email, any of that. Unlike SuperWalk, pedaling does ask for an emergency contact name. So we are going to put in Mrs. Tester and add an emergency contact phone number. This is great for pedaling because everyone is out on the route, so we like to know who to contact if anything goes wrong. So again, we will pick age categories and areas of impact that are close to you. This is similar to SuperWalk again. And your primary reason for participating, again, I'm going to say my employer supports the cause. Once again, there is a waiver to complete, so please review this. Check the I agree box. And again, you are prompted with that monthly donor or planned giving information. So check those off if those interest you, and we'll send you some information. But if not, we are going to go to the next step. And again, we are given this registration summary. We have registered one person. There was no extra gift at all, and all the information is there. So for now, we will complete the registration. And then once that's complete, we'll move on to learning about the participant center. In order to access the participant center, you will then be led to the registration summary page and find the button on the bottom there.
So in using the participant center, I'm going to start in pedaling and then we'll loop back around to the SuperWalk website. But like I said, both websites are set up very similarly. So things are going to look pretty similar on either end, though pedaling has a couple more additions into the participant center due to some fitness activity trackers and things like that. So if you are interested in pedaling, this will be important to you. But if you are registering for SuperWalk, this is something you can probably just ignore for now and focus on the other portions of the participant center.
The Participant Center is a fantastic addition to all of our websites. It's a great way for you to personalize and connect with all of your donors. So, number one, we are going to set up your personal page. This is a description of why you're participating in an event. You can add extra information such as side fundraisers, why you're participating, who you are honoring when you participate. So I'm just going to edit. I'm going to say, hi, my name is Tester. I am participating in pedaling for Parkinson's to raise money for Parkinson Canada in honor of my whoever. So I'm going to say my brother. And then there's information here. You can keep this, you can erase it, it's all up to you. So this section can be fully customized. I'm going to take out this section here and then add a section on the bottom that simply says something like, thank you for your donation. I am riding 5 kilometers a day for the next however many days, 100 days. So 100 days to represent the 100,000 people living with Parkinson's across Canada. Again, you can put whatever you want in this section. It's just a good option to connect with your donors and make them understand why the cause is important to you. You can fully customize this, and then once you click save, the personal page content will save for you, and this will now be what people see when they come to your page. Next, we can send emails directly from our participant center. This is really great, so you don't have to manually input emails in your personal email, and you can have everything in one place. So we can manually add contacts one at a time. For example, here I'm adding Tom McTesterson, and Tom McT at Parkinson.ca. So he is now added into my contact list or my address book. There's another great way you can import a larger list of contacts. You can add them from your Gmail or Yahoo account, or if you've got an Excel CSV file, you can use that as well. So once you click import contacts, example with Google, it will prompt you to log into your Google account. And if you were to import using a file, it will simply ask you to upload the file, and it will then bring all of those contacts on that file into the address book. So you don't have to manually input everyone one at a time. There are ways to add larger portions of people. So we can go back home or we can compose a message. Here, you're going to want to add your participant email addresses. So you can choose to manually type them, or if you have groups created, you can click on the group and then compose a message from there. We have pre-written templates there for you, so you don't have to write an email every single time. This example is asking for a donation. All the information is there for your donors, and then you can preview, and it will show you exactly what the email will look like, and a link to your page will automatically be added at the bottom of the email, so they're directly connected to your personal page and can easily donate to you. So from there, you would simply click send, but for now we are going to close and go back to the email template system. So in our contacts, we can click email all. This is another way to email just everyone in your contact book, and it will populate all of the emails into the sender list. That way you will not have to manually input all of them. And then again, you can go to your pre-written template and click whichever template you'd like to use. And again, you can fully customize these if you want to adjust them. You can change the sign off, you can change the information, it can be whatever you'd like it to be. And then you can save it as your own template. So that would be a personal template that can be found in the pre-written template section, and you can scroll to the bottom and it will say select pre-written template and save templates, and it will fully populate there. To continue the send email section, I am going to go back to the SuperWalk, and we're going to go through some great ways to follow up and thank your current donors or follow up with those who have not yet donated. So here we are in the send email section. We are going to see different groups on the side. You'll have all contacts, but you'll also see things like never emailed, needs follow-up, unthanked donors, donors, non-donors, past donors, past donors who have not donated this time, teammates, non-teammates, and past teammates not registered for the event. This is a really great tool for you to reach out to people and follow up. The teammate options will likely not be seen unless you are a team captain, so please keep this in mind. We did register for SuperWalk as a captain of a team, so this is why we see these sections. So, for example, you have a group of donors here. You'll populate those. You click email group, and then you can pick a general thank you and preview and send that thank you. Again, that's just going to send to those who have already donated to you. And once that happens, they will move out of the unthanked donors section. For those who have not been emailed but are in your contact list, they will show up here. So you can click on that and choose the email group again. And this time we would just ask for a general donation. When you have donors that have not been thanked, you would just go into that. Again, choose the group, email the group, thank them. For those who have been reached out to but did not donate, you can email group and then select a pre-written template. This can just use the template here, follow up with potential donors, and it just says, I want to follow up on my email from before asking for support. Easy as that. Preview, send. And then for those who have registered in the past, you will see this section on past donors. So if there are people who have not yet donated, but they've donated to you in 2022 or 2021, they'll be seen in this group. So for team captains who may be restarting their teams, so this is for those who are not current new registrants, but who are coming back as registrants, we will see this section here of teammates, non-teammates, past teammates, and past teammates who haven't registered. So for those who aren't teammates, this will go out to anyone in your address book who has not registered as part of your team. You can click on email that group. And then for this template, you'd want to click on the recruiting section. So you could say, join my team as a team member. I'm joining members of the community. Please join my team by click view the team page link in the email, and thank you in advance. So you preview that. Again, the team page will link down here rather than your personal page like you would in most of the other donation emails. As you can see, the email section of the website is a great opportunity for you to reach out to donors and potential team members to have them join you in this SuperWalk or pedaling campaign. Each email template is fully customizable, so you can add or take out any section that is in the pre-written template, and then you can save it as your own template, which you can use in further emails as you add more and more contacts to your contact list. Remember to follow up with donors and thank them, but also follow up with those who have not donated so you can give them the opportunity to make a donation to your walk or ride. That concludes the email portion of the participant center. So I'm going to go back and we're going to show you a few last minute details in the participant center that you can find. I will also note a new addition to the website is that anyone wanting to send an email through their participant center must have raised at least $5 in their fundraising campaign. This could be a personal pledge or it could be a donation from somebody else, but it is a new addition which allows the system to avoid spam emails and ensure that your donors do receive the emails that you are sending out. Now that we've learned how to do the email system, I'm going to move on to the other options on the page. So we can view our fundraising progress down here at the bottom, and we can also click to update our goal. You will also view all personal donations here at the bottom of the page. There's a note there that cash and check donations are to be mailed to the office or they can be brought on event day if needed. Sharing your personal page link can be a little bit daunting when it is quite long and confusing. So we give you the option to make a unique personalized URL link that you can share on your social media platforms or in personal emails. So as you can see, I've added Tester McTesterson as the end of this, so it is a unique link now that is short and easy to share. Moving on down to the bottom, we can personalize our page even more. So here we can upload media to our page. We can add either a photo from files, and this will replace that default tulip, or you can choose to upload a video. This has to be from YouTube. It cannot be a file, but you would simply put the YouTube link in and save. Moving on, we can update our profile. So as a returning participant, you have already input a lot of this data in the past, but things may have changed since the last time you registered. You may have moved, you may have changed your email address, you may have changed your phone number. All of this can be edited here, so it is the most up-to-date information. So we suggest that when you do re-register, double check this before moving on. You can update your questions as well. How many years you've been participating, why do you participate? But there's something unique to the pedaling website that you can include links to your fitness platforms or fitness IDs and add a fitness goal as well. And then the final thing that you can update, you can change your team membership. So if you've registered as an individual and you find out that friends or family want to be a part of a team instead, you can either join or create a team. And that can all just be changed right here on the page. And again, another thing that is only on the pedaling website and not the SuperWalk website, you can connect fitness apps so you can show your progress for your activity towards your goal. But we can also manually upload this. So you would just put in the activity, how far you went, what time you went, and click upload. And then you have your fitness goal and everything there.
So we know sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find your personal page or find your location or team page using the website. So we're going to quickly go through how to find a walker or a team or a location using both websites. So I'm going to start off by searching for a walker.
Now we're going to go through the process of searching for a walker, a team, or a location using the SuperWalk website. For this, we are going to go towards the top of the page and find the magnifying glass and click there. You will be taken to a section where you can put in the name, last name, or team name and search for whoever you're looking for. So for example, I'm going to put in Parkinson and search. And I found our director, Scott. He has the team for the virtual Parkinson Canada SuperWalk. Another way to search for him, we can put in his first name. So we'll put in Scott. He comes up there again. And we'll try putting in his last name, and there he is again. So that works great. You can also search for a walk to find details for a specific location. So we are going to select a province, for example, Nova Scotia and Halifax, and here we go. We've got everything that we need. You've got your walk information, your snapshot, and all of the date information at the top there. The pedaling for Parkinson's website is a little bit different. So if you want to find a rider, you do not go to the magnifying glass, but go to the top and click find a rider. And Similar to SuperWalk, you will input a first name, a last name, or the team name and click search to find who you're looking for. Unlike SuperWalk, there is no location search on this page, but just go to the main page and all four ride options are on the main page. So you can click GTA ride for an example and scroll down and it will give you information about that ride and about those participants. So everything should be there.
One thing that's great about both of our websites is that we always provide our participants with tools that they can use to either promote their own walks or add to social media. You can use any of this provided, and we also show all of our fundraising awards on our rewards on our website. So this will include anything for the Super Walk Recognition Program or any pedaling incentives as well. So I'm just going to quickly go through those tools pages. We are almost through the website. So if you have any questions, I add them to the chat now and I will address them at the end. And we'll get through the rest of the webinar and finish up for the day.
Let's go through the SuperWalk main page. So we've got a description of the event, a quick snapshot of how the event is doing, dollars raised, people who are participating, impact on the event, and then some impact stories as well from some of our participants. Got a list of participants and leaders, but down at the bottom is some notes on fundraising rewards. As some of you may know, we do a rewards program for people who raise money. So $500, we will give you a cotton t-shirt. If you raise $1,000, you get a buff or neck warmer. 2,500 compression socks and a fanny pack, and 5,000 is a polo shirt. This is open until September 30th, 2023. And then after that, the items will be shipped out towards the end of the year. We also have a fantastic tools page, which can be used for virtual walkers or anyone who wants to print their own materials for the walk or use some of our digital materials. So click on the tools page at the top and you'll see a little overview of our Walk in the Box kit. This is sponsored by Brimage Logistics, and they will include pledge forms, bandanas, and other SuperWalk swag for you and your walkers. This is great for anyone who's participating virtually. Just send us an email and the kits will be mailed out. There's a few dates: June 21st, July 19th, August 9th, and August 23rd. So get those requests in and we will get those out. We also have some fantastic social options. Download those and you can use those to promote the walks on social media. If you are doing a virtual event, we have a SuperWalk event poster created for you. You can download and simply input your information. Some great coloring pages for the kids, printable team signs in different colors. So we've got red and blue, and then we've just got a regular red one. We've also got I'm walking for signs in red and blue and red. And if you sign into your account, we also have some great t-shirt options, printable options for you to create your own iron-on transfer t-shirts and instructions on how to do so. If we keep scrolling down to the bottom here, there's some fundraising support as well. Again, the pledge form, you can download this and print this whenever you need for offline donations to be sent to the office. There's information about SuperWalk if anyone would like to share that with their friends and family. Instructions on sending in offline pledge forms, some info about Parkinson Canada. This is a letter you can use to send to your friends and family asking for donations and support. Down here we've got a quick little infographic on how to raise $250 in 10 days. offline donation summary form, which you can print ahead of the walk. And then if you are having a virtual walk, you can use our sponsor certificate. Now we're going to go through some of the other things on the pedaling website. First, you have a description of the event. It shows all of the rides, a snapshot of how the event is doing, a little blurb on why we ride and why we participate. And then there are some impact stories down here. You can click one, go to read more, and you'll be redirected to a blog post or the impact stories page. You get to see an overview of the top participants and teams, and you can click view leaders to see more. There's some information about our fundraising rewards. For anyone who raises $250, you get a tech shirt. For anyone who raises $1,000, you get a cycling jersey. We don't have the designs for 2023 yet, but once we do, those will be added to the website as well. For now, we just have the photo of the 2022 jersey for everyone to view. Other than that, on the website, we also have some tools and resources. So if you click there, you'll be redirected to tools. There is a copy of the pledge form, a poster for anyone doing Go the Distance who might want to invite others to their ride, how to raise $250 in 10 days, and then there's the offline donation summary form, which you can print ahead of the ride.
Okay, so we have a few minutes here left for questions. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat for me. We have staff available if you have questions after this meeting. Simply contact us at superwalk@parkinson.ca via email for any SuperWalk questions, pedaling@parkinson.ca for any pedaling questions, or you can call our 1-800 number. It's 800-565-3000, and simply ask for SuperWalk or pedaling, depending on who you are trying to reach, and one of our staff will be happy to help you with your registration. The process, I know it can be a little bit difficult for certain people, but we are interested in getting the easiest processes out there for all of our participants. So hopefully this registration webinar helped a little bit, and we were able to give you a little bit more information. So please, like I said, feel free to reach out after this webinar. I don't see any questions in the chat, except I did discuss with someone in the chat during this meeting. She was wondering why the last couple of years we've had less SuperWalk locations than we did pre-COVID or during virtual. Before COVID happened, we had a lot of staff and volunteer resources available for hosting multiple SuperWalks. Post-COVID, this looked a little bit different. So there were a lot of limited resources for both staff and volunteers to run 70 walks across Canada. So we did cut down to 30 for now. Considering that, we do really encourage people in smaller communities to get together with their friends and family if you don't have a physical walk in your area. You register online as a virtual walker, and we can provide some of those virtual walker tools that we mentioned before. And feel free to ask us for anything else that might help support your walk that you might need. But we are still trying to rebuild the event post-COVID. So if you are in a community without a walk and you do want a little bit of support, please feel free to reach out to us, and there might be an opportunity to become a third-party event that is promoted on our website or our social media, so we can get the word out for you that you are hosting your own walk. This webinar is going to be uploaded to the Parkinson Canada YouTube in about a week. So after the webinar is over, I'm going to just edit it a little bit, and our team will get it up on the Parkinson Canada YouTube website. And we will also be adding it to the FAQ section on our events websites, and will likely be shared later on throughout the SuperWalk campaign. So it might be shared on social media or via email, just so everyone is receiving the information and has a little bit of extra help in registering. For the volunteer event coordinators, this again will be available next week. It does just need some editing before it goes up online. So within about a week or so, everything will be up on the Parkinson Canada YouTube page, and we will send the link to our volunteers who are currently hosting walks, and we will share it in other ways as well throughout the next few months. So thank you all for your time, and I appreciate everything you do as participants and supporters of SuperWalk, and I hope to see you there this year. Have a great day.